Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood, the dynamic duo from television's Whose Line Is It Anyway, are coming to town, and they're asking for trouble.
Our show is completely made up.
Prepare for a side-splitting interactive extravaganza as these improv wizards hit the stage, serving up a night of unscripted comedy gold.
It sounds like a big waste of time and a lot of money.
It is.
Don't miss Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood. Catch them on Saturday, April 11th at the Kodak Center. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Mark and Shane on the Interlude Pod.
Hey everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interlude Podcast. Shane, hello.
Hello, Mark Mary.
The Interlude Podcast. You can, it's Shane and I making fun of all the Rochester stories of the week. We have a Patreon part of the podcast, which means you get this podcast earlier, the longer version, patreon.com/Interlude Podcast. And, right now we have your chance at grabbing tickets to go see Colin Mockery at the Kodak Center on April 11th and Brad Sherwood from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Are we doing that at interludeblog.com?
Yeah, it's up at interludeblog.com. Throw your entry in there, and you could win.
Yeah, we're gonna go with.
What are we doing? Is it two pairs of tickets? What do we got?
I think we have four total. 4 pairs of tickets total.
Do we do a 4-pack, or we want to break it up? 2 pairs.
Just 2 pairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna give out a pair of tickets every week up until the show.
Got it.
And we got to, if you didn't listen to it last time, we got to talk to Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway last podcast. And this is what I would say, because we had to record the podcast we had to record the part of the podcast where we're talking about news stories at one day, and we had to go by Colin's schedule. So like a day later, we interviewed him, and so we were in different clothes and stuff. And Shane, I suggest looking at it on the YouTube. Shane is standing in a room. I don't know, where were you? You looked like it.
I was in a basement.
Yeah, you looked like you're in a hostage video, but dressed nicely. Where the fuck were you? We're interviewing Colin Mockery. I'm like, oh yeah, Shane's gonna be in his little cave setup, Shane's in his basement with his red curtain, and then I see Shane and he's in a nice shirt and standing like he's gonna get abused by one of the Guantanamo Bay hicks, like that one lady.
I like to set that vibe for our interviews, where it's if this doesn't go well, I will be beheaded.
Yeah, he looked like he was about to be executed.
Yeah,
on the spot. So go look at it on the Interlude Blog's YouTube, because you can watch all of our podcasts. We put the entire videos up there. So check out the Colin Mockery interview. What else we got? We have our roast battle shows coming up.
Roast battles, yep. First one, April 9th. It's a Thursday night over at Comedy at the Carlson. Can't stress this enough that you need to get your tickets now for this. We are in the Rickles room, which is the smaller of the rooms. There's 16 comics on this show, plus Mark and I. That's 20 people already. So we're already almost sold out. So get your tickets now. This one's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing Connor McCann, one of the champions from last year, going up against my boy Ricky Reno, two heavy hitters in round one. And that's just one of the fantastic battles we have going on. Caleb J. Goldberg's in there. He won a couple years ago. Really funny. Rachel Days. Lots of great people. 16 comics. I'm not going to name them all. That would take the whole podcast.
Yeah. CarlsonComedy.com. You can go buy some tickets there. And then, but there's the ending of it, right? We have a final battle in June. Can you tell me the date of that final?
I'm not going to tell you on the podcast, and I'm not going to tell you until the week before.
Okay, good.
I'll because I can't remember it, but I'll send it to you. I think we're waiting to put it on sale until after the second one, because I don't want people to be like, "Oh, I'm only going to go to that show then," because it's
right.
Those are the good ones, and it's no, go to all of them.
They are very funny. They're very funny. The roast battles, and then sometimes just random people will travel to come do the roast battles.
Yeah,
and I think one of the guys that traveled last time was he rapping? Was that the rapping guy? Who was the rapping guy?
Yeah, I think he came in from Syracuse. We got another like carpool of Syracuse guys coming in for the show in May,
Hmm.
and we do have another person coming in from either Chicago, I think that's where she's now, or maybe even California. I don't know, these people are psychopaths.
Was there one that murdered somebody? Who was
Um,
that? Who was the murderer we had? I remember there was a murderer doing comedy for a second.
there was one that went to prison for something. I don't think it was murder, but it was definitely a violent crime. Yeah. I think
Oh, and
we have somebody with a fresh DUI. I know that. I don't know about murder though.
well, that's half of them. French DUI, the most recent DUI, and then we should give we like to give out little shout outs to people. I forgot his last name, but he did the Worst of Rochester Awards with us.
Do
Fred,
less?
what's his last name?
Do less?
Freddie Doulis. Yes, I saw his Kill Tony clip, and I don't know if it's old or anything. But
Yeah,
did you
he's
see
on
us?
Kill Tony, yeah.
Was that a recent thing, or did he do that before our show?
It must have been recent.
Yeah, yeah, and it's going like semi-viral.
Good for him.
It's a pretty good clip, like where he had to. They were trying to. I guess he maybe knows sign language. I don't know. I missed like the part of the. I didn't
Yeah,
actually see
he
his.
does, yeah.
I didn't see his stand up he did there, but they were asking him because I think we all know how Kill Tony is as a show. They were like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we asked this a Freddie, a black guy, to tell us what the sign language for the N word is?
Yeah.
And then Freddie showed them the sign for the N word. And Freddie on stage was just like, I feel like I've opened up a can of worms for all the racist people out there
Yeah.
to now use this sign.
I hope he didn't give the correct one.
I hope it was fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the love of God, Freddie.
You know Shane Gillis is going to be throwing that up as his closer now. Yeah. No, good for him. I haven't seen it. I think I did like see that he was on it. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, I think he was doing sign language for U of R or RIT. So
All right. Well, let's get into some Rochester news. Shane, this is a big one. It's hot off the presses here. Okay. Um, Red Osier is suing Sonny's, another restaurant, I believe, in Genesee County, over uh, uh, the stealing secret recipes.
dang.
Yeah, the Red Osier is saying that Sonny's. So it says the Red Osier, known for its prime rib since 1979, claimed its identity is at risk. The owner said that Sonny's, which opened in Batavia, is using their secret recipe. According to the lawsuit, two former Red Osier employees, including the head chef, left to work at Sonny's. The lawsuit claims that they took the recipe with them and conspired with the Sonny's owner. The Red Osier dish includes signature prime rib, twin cold water lobster tails, mahi mahi mango salsa, and bourbon glazed salmon. They're saying those four dishes were all stolen
Oh,
from Red Osier. So the prime rib, the mahi mahi, the lobster tails, all stolen from prime rib from Red Osier because of they took their head chef.
dang. I feel like it's gonna be pretty difficult to prove that. But it's also like, okay, you've just fully admitted that this other restaurant has your same food, so people are just gonna go there. But that is if they did that, and it sounds like they did.
Yeah.
Um, but man, they really that's some hack shit, dog. Like I understand maybe taking one of them, like obviously the au jus, but if you're gonna take four dishes, bro, that's bad. That's
Yeah.
like taking you're like some comics will have, similar thoughts with jokes. And it's like that's okay. But that's like straight up just doing a whole George Carlin special as your own.
Yeah, well, when I first saw this headline, at first I was like, Red Osier needs to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
You need to calm down with saying people are stealing the French dip sandwich, the beef in the au jus on a sandwich, and it's getting all mushy. It's just fucking mushy.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it. Everybody could do it.
Beef
It's
goo.
yeah, beef goo, beef slop. Your beef slopping on the bread. It's getting mushy. It's turning into
Dang.
beef goo.
Dang, dude. If anybody listens to this podcast that can do beats, Mark just fucking, that was great. That was fire. Your
Yeah,
beef be gooing. Your beef be
your
slopping.
beef is slopping, beef gooing. And it's
That's new Cardi B, dog. My beef be gooing. My beef be slopping. Give me $5. I'll be giving you some topping.
dude, that that sandwich, like it tastes good. I just want a bite of that sandwich. Just give me a bite because I don't need a roll that's just soaked in beef broth. That's all you're fucking doing. It's just beef broth, just soaked in it. I don't need that shit. Give me one bite of the au jus dip sandwich, whatever the French dip sandwich.
Well, can we do a class action lawsuit then against the Red Wings for not stealing the recipe as after they kicked out Red Osier and just switched to regular beef juice and whatever the shit they're doing there?
Well, I'm
People
sorry.
still, dude, people still complain about the Red Osier not being at the Red Wings. It's like one of the biggest travesties in their life.
It was my go-to to spend $30 on one sandwich at a Red Wings game. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, what's better than watching a game that takes 5 hours when you've got just gross ass beef fingers and beef lap? That's good.
Beef beef lap. Yeah.
Hot beef lap.
That yeah, I don't think you can steal that sandwich. This is like the same thing about the dude from Nick Tahoe's, how he's constantly trying to sue everybody for he's suing people for using the term garbage plate, right?
Yeah, it's not even
But
the recipe.
he's not suing for the recipe. I would say that a French dip sandwich, you can't sue for the recipe. This is like suing for peanut butter and jelly. This isn't, you know what I mean? This isn't like lock and key secret bullshit here. It's beef, cheese, and then you put beef broth all over it. That's all this crap is. Why this is not like copyrightable.
I feel like the other part of that lawsuit is like you have to prove first of all that they have the recipes and that they're using them. So there's got to, I mean, I want to get on that jury because I got to, it's just like a food taste test, right? But then the other part is Red Osier has to prove that it's done damage to their restaurant, right? They have to prove that they are losing money on it. I would assume.
Right, and nobody knew who Sonny's in Batavia was.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like all you're doing is bringing attention to this and how Sonny's is maybe doing it better. If you're that worried about it, how about this? Okay, they're gone. Switch your shit up. You've been dipping beef into shit for fucking years. Do something else.
Do something different. New sandwich.
Chicken slop.
Chicken slot, chicken dipped in chicken
What if we
blood.
dip chicken in the chicken soup?
I hate the French dip sandwiches. I fucking hate them. I don't like sandwiches where it's like you're defeating the purpose of a sandwich. Like that I want to be able to be walking through the park and just eating a sandwich, Shane. I don't need them dripping. I don't want it dripping. The drippings?
Mush.
Yeah, I don't need soup soaked into a sandwich.
Oh yeah, it's only for like a grilled cheese tomato soup combo. I can't. I'm not dipping anything else.
All right,
So-
Shane. What else is going on in Rochester?
Mark, we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of us arresting David Bowie. This is
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
big one. I've finally read the story about it, and it is just as boring as you could possibly imagine it could be. So David Bowie came to town. This was 70s. Did a concert, War Memorial. He was hanging out at a hotel. He was hanging out with Iggy Pop, and apparently he also had a karate instructor with him, which is just sick. And they got busted at early in the morning that day with I think it was 6 ounces of weed, which seems like a not a lot of weed.
No.
Hilarious to think we've gone from arresting David Bowie for 6 ounces of weed to now that's the only advertiser that there is in Rochester is weed. Um, David Bowie went on to like saying he never held a grudge for Rochester, but then he also never came back here ever again. So he's a liar. All charges were dropped. Never, had to go to prison for this. At the time, he could have gotten 15 years
For pot?
for pot. Yeah. Here's my thing. It's embarrassing that not like so little has happened in our city that this is something that we talk about, that this is something we bring up to people from out of town, that we arrested David Bowie, that we
Mm.
have all seen this headshot, that this is even a thing that we talk about is upsetting. That this was on the news this week, like, hey, 50 years, we arrested David Bowie. Remember that? That's upsetting. I don't like that this head. I mean, he obviously he's like looks beautiful in the headshot, and nobody's
Yeah.
like it's great. But I don't like that that is Spencer gift status, where people are now making posters out of it and seeing Rochester, New York. We arrested him. We just mildly ignored a rock star, and then we've kind of made this part of our lore, and that's shitty. If we were going to do it, we should have done it. And then that would be our identity. Like, if we're going to arrest David Bowie, then we need to have imprisoned David Bowie for 15 years for weed.
Yeah, I want him in our jail system still,
Yeah.
you know?
I watched an interview. He got arrested with Iggy Pop and I think it was two other people. And one of them was a woman that still lives here in Rochester who he invited up and was definitely going to a rail that night. She was 20 at the time, and she talks about it. I think that they were just getting back to his hotel room, according to her, when the police came. That's the bigger story. Not that we arrested David Bowie, but David Bowie was going to bang somebody from Rochester.
Hmm.
That's great. That makes us look good.
There's obviously this is only something that girls can talk about
Yeah.
because I don't think like there's no famous women don't have sex with not famous guys. You know what I mean? Like if you're a famous lady, you're gonna have sex with a famous person or a rich person. But famous guys will have sex with the plebeians. Will you know what I mean? They'll fuck somebody at their like. There's no girl that's like, oh, I saw a guy in the crowd that loves my band. I can't wait to bone him. Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah. No, it's tough to imagine Avril Lavigne like coming here, playing a Warp
Yeah,
tour and be like, "Hey,
that sweaty guy.
I really liked the way he was elbowing girls in the face."
That sweaty guy in the front row, with the Silverstein shirt that's barely fits him anymore. I would have sex with that guy. Bring
Yeah.
him back. Bring
Bring him-
him back to rail me.
Make sure he's got a comically small amount of marijuana.
Yeah, bring that guy back to my dressing room. So it doesn't usually happen that way. So usually it's like a famous guy will have sex with a girl that's not famous, right?
Yeah.
I was starstruck to hear people that I know that like didn't hook up with. Wait, maybe they did hook up, but did a little some mooching with Jack's mannequin guy. What's his
Oh,
name? Andrew
Andrew McMahon.
McMahon. Yeah, saying that they were smooching around with Andrew McMahon. I know two girls that did it.
Dang,
Andrew
that guy gets
McMahon,
around.
let him. He went through so much, Shane.
He did.
He went through so much.
Well, I mean, this will show how white trash I am. I know a girl that sucked off Hollywood Undead. I can't even listen to
The
him anymore.
entire band?
Probably.
There's no possible way they're a band anymore.
I didn't ask if the masks were on or off at that point, but yeah,
Oh,
no,
they wore masks too. Yeah.
yeah. What, dude? I can't believe we played them.
They
Um,
sucked off Hollywood Undead. Wow.
it's crazy how many girls that I know that um were just straight up getting MySpace messages from singers too.
Oh, from like bands?
Yeah. when they were teenagers, and they're getting like, "Hey, I'm coming to town." Like these were fucking predators, dude. Predators. Like to be like just getting done with a show in some other city and you've already probably just molested somebody
Yeah.
and you're already preparing for your next victim and you're on MySpace and hitting up teenagers is just absolutely disgusting.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Blink 182?
I
Probably.
won't name names.
I think another just completely female experience
Okay.
that I'm guessing most guys don't go through this. So there was do you remember the band? This is so long ago. Do you remember the band Runoff back in the
No.
day? Okay. A bunch of people from the band Runoff turned into Sirens and Sailors.
Okay.
Okay, but their lead singer of Runoff did not go with Sirens and Sailors. Wasn't in Sirens and Sailors, but
Okay.
the lead singer of Runoff, um, he like my sister was like had to be 16 at the time, and he was the same age. It wasn't like they were the same age.
Yeah.
And they were talking on the phone, like because that's what you
Mm.
used to do before you date. You talk on the phone,
Yeah.
but they never like hung out. And my sister was just like, I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. This guy I barely know. And then we go to a concert, and my band was playing with Runoff, and
Um.
they had a song about how she was a slut, Shane. Like, hey, you slut. You stop talking to me on the phone, you slut. Well, now you're a slut in a song. And my sister's like, what the fuck did I do? It's like, I just
Dang.
stopped talking to this dude.
What an honor, though.
Right? You'd
Nobody's
be
writing the songs about my phone calls.
Yeah, I've never been called a slut on an emo band song.
Just, yeah, if there's a song about phone calls that I had at that age, it'd be like, "Why were you crying?
Weeping,
You were
weep.
crying all the time. Your mom was on the other line asking you if you were okay.
I was eating a beef slab sandwich.
You were talking about Red Osier and comparing my parts to it."
uh, I was thinking back. Remember when we were talking about how I don't even remember which podcast this was, or it was even on a podcast. How like terrible how you'd like live in an apartment off of Monroe. Like I lived off an apartment off of Monroe off on Union, and it was like in the complete ghetto. And like I invited Lily over to my apartment, and it was just like riddled with cockroaches and black mold, and I didn't even clean like ever. That's not even like I didn't clean for her to come up. Like I
Yeah.
just didn't even clean ever. And now we're married. Like I still tricked her. I was just thinking about the I think the first day we ever hung out, we were sitting, it was just like me and her, we were sitting and watching a movie, and I didn't realize I must have had like this got to be some kind of stimming or something. She's like she told me months later, she's like the first time we hung out, you kind of like leaned yourself back on the couch, like scooted your butt forward and leaned yourself back on the couch, and your shirt kind of like rolled over past your belly button, and then you were using your hand, and you were making little hair TPs with your happy trail.
Oh my God.
And she's still like, I want that dick.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
coming over again.
You were playing with your juice? Good Lord. Lily. Lily. What is wrong with you? You're like flicking bed bugs out of them. You're
I know.
like a fucking monkey in a
Hey,
tree.
go get me a beer. Stop on a couple roaches on the way.
My God,
And the
dude.
craziest thing, oh, it was such a predator situation too. So we like and again, I probably have told you this before, but we had like our living room. To the left was my bedroom. To the right was the kitchen, and then you took a left. Like off the kitchen was the bathroom. That's the only bathroom in the apartment. But then directly off of the bathroom was another door that you couldn't lock into my roommate's room. So at any point, like Lily could have been taking a shit or something, and my roommate could have been like, boop a doop a doo. Just like he had like a secret door to the bathroom just to catch anybody taking a dump at any point.
Good.
Just a nightmare. All right, let's go to the Patreon side of the episode.
Can we?
Patreon.com/interloop podcast. It's just $4 a month. You support Shane and I, and then you get a longer version of the podcast, an extra podcast, yeah, all that good stuff. And like we said last time, Patreon, you can do nudes now on there. I don't know if that's gonna convince anybody. It's like an
I think
OnlyFans.
we need to upload. You got to recreate doing TP.
TP pubes.
Only put it on the OnlyFans, and I want to see how many clicks that fucker gets.
Yeah. Patreon.com/interloop podcast. All right. Bye, poor people.